What is going on? Okay, so this is going to be a video post analysis on SOBR. Let's pull this chart up. So we got in this trade really early at, what was it, 90 cents to 93 cents in that zone there. And this stock proceeded to go pretty much parabolic, 100% move. In after hours, I think it hit like $2. Pretty sure, yeah. So it hit $2 there. We bought in here at like 93 to 95 cents. So that's where we were sitting on this stock. So I'll talk about the technicals a little bit. Another thing to note with this one is a lot of the fresh listings / IPO stocks were running, and this caught wind off of that theme, and that's most likely why this popped up. As well as there was just some big buyer on the tape on this one, and so it popped up. So you do have to watch the level 2 as well. You can't just trade based off of technicals. Like the level 2 reading, the time and sales is really important. So this was an interesting setup because the RSI was already very, very low, right? So the RSI was below 50 when we were, or below 45 when we were buying this stock, and it has been trending up ever since over here, right? Like it's been trending up from 30 all the way up to 45, and a breakout zone would be about 50 or 48. And then our CCI is also trending up here, making higher lows. Our MFI, this is a very interesting pattern, so I would study this. You got a higher low there, so we've got the first low there, and then we've got the next low there, making a higher low, right? And that's very important. So before this ran, this is important. So before this ran, MFI was trending down the last one bar on this candle there, right? So MFI is trending down, meanwhile RSI is trending up. So take note of that. You can even make some scans based off of it. And then another thing to note with the MFI is obviously this entire pattern here, but the MFI was below 79 and above, I'm going to say 55, and that's usually what I do with my scans. So MFI is trending down last one bar, RSI trending up last one bar before this run, I mean, and then MFI below 80 and above 55. And then with that, we've also got our DMI, our directional movement indicator. You see that positive DI line, the purple line here? This had crossed on that candle, right? So this was kind of toying. It was bullish already, but it was toying with a move there. It was trying to break above on this candle, right? So it was kind of trending up a little bit above your negative DI line. So that's very bullish when you see that. And then obviously you've got a very tight range here. It was forming a very tight range here between $1.87 and even tighter than that on some of these days. And it was making a very nice apex right around here. So you could draw a nice trend line. And once this broke over, it just went bonkers. But so it was kind of forming a nice support at 90 cents there. And then again, those indicators are going to be important. DMI cross, the positive DI crossing over the negative DI. And then what I talked about with the MFI and RSI, right? And then another big thing about this one is, look at this massive drop, right? Like this was, it's such a fresh listing, so the chart kind of changes, right? And there's a lot of, there's less noise with something like this. There's less noise with stocks like this. And there's less retail as well. There's not a lot of retail traders, and that's a good thing. You don't want to be buying a stock that has too much of a crowd on it. This one had no one on the board before it ran, and we were the first ones there, along with Cash Matt, and props to him for finding this one. I follow him pretty closely. Again, props to Cash Matt. I really love your stuff, man. He put this on my radar, and this one was all over my scan. So MFI trending down last one bar, RSI trending up last one bar, and then our DMI positive and trending up. So, and then again, you've got a very tight range as well. Like, you've got a super tight range. You can draw the ascending triangle pattern here, and as soon as this broke through, it just absolutely exploded. So, it's a combination of different things, and then again, it was the theme. The theme is really important. A lot of IPOs and fresh listings were running. I can name a bunch of them, but you can do your own research on that. A bunch of them were running at the same time, and so this was kind of a no-brainer trade. I would also look into SOBR's website because they actually have a fantastic product that I haven't really seen before. So I think there might have been a lot of hype once people found their website and saw their product suite, and what they were offering. I think a lot of people caught on and said, "Wow, that's actually a great idea." So I would look at their website and check that out as well. But this could potentially be a good longer term, I would say, if you are interested in the product and stuff. So, but yeah, those are the main takeaways here: the theme, and then the parameters I talked about here. Very simple, and then also MACD is positive the entire time throughout this trend, right? So that's very key as well. So I usually, when I scan for stocks, I just want MACD positive. I want MACD above the signal line. If it drops below, I probably won't buy it. And then coupled with that, I'm looking for a low RSI. So very low RSI. And trending up and making higher lows. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Like, it was a pretty clear trade overall because the trend lines were so tight. Or not the trend lines. The range was so tight. Once it broke out, it was a clear breakout trade. Yeah, so definitely study those parameters, study this chart, and try and replicate it, because that's what we do. That's what traders should be doing, is looking at past runners and replicating them. If you're not doing that, then you're not going to succeed in the market, I would say. You want to study past runners, exactly how they ran and why they ran, and then take note and create your own scans based off of it, and start trading that way, because that's when you're going to be earlier. You're not going to be chasing hype and stuff, and you're not going to be chasing crowds or chasing price action. You're going to be getting in early like we did here. We got in like 92 to 94 cents. So like we were in that range below 95 cents, and it ran to $2. So yeah, there's plenty of opportunity in this market. Red market or green market, doesn't fucking matter. Just find the right stocks and we will make money. All right, guys, take care.